Hi, it's Sorry Daniel, and the title of this video is Unfortunate Honesty. We are living in a world that I cannot, name my invention. That in some way it's a demonstration of my invention. I mean, I invented the system engine. I mean, of course, I need to go with the notes. So when I'm going to the notes, yeah, let's have it. So, I don't want to jump, because I need to write here that I invented the system engine. But as a title goes, unfortunately, you know, unfortunately, it's just not my kind of, real thing. That when it comes to political, because I'm going to political engine, then I call it Illuminati engine. Me, naughty engine. I call it Illuminati engine that, I need to, just title the video. So I have a lot of things to do, like the program that I'm following. I'll go through what is this, because for a while, I mean, I was scared and I was kind of, I was trying to, not to do it. Oh, not all. I mean, here, I need to go maybe with the white, because when you use the white, it kind of acts like an eraser, and you just make it kind of size of it. Got it. So you wanna erase it, you go here, and you make a big size, bold size to erase it, to just go through. Be patient, because we have a lot of things to do. Because I want to explain about, where am I coming from, then we're going to go through it. It's a very important subject, because these days politics is very, I mean, it's the political word. You see the war in everywhere. Travel bans, the World War I, World War II, World War III, that, we need to go through it. So I'll just bring the size to this kind of good size that was, and the color was kind of, so I wrote this, okay. Who is Zarek Daniel? First of all, I will go, what am I? I am Zarek Daniel, as you see. I mean, here, unfortunately, I cannot bring, when I close this one, and yeah, I mean, if I move here, I need to move myself here on top, then I'll bring, here. I cannot do it all the time, because I think it's hard to, is it possible to, no, it's not possible, okay. I was trying to do kind of, I cannot move every time, mine. Okay, I am Zarek Daniel, and I born in Tehran. I am Armenian, born in Tehran. I'm Armenian. Oh, really? It's a little bit thick. Oh, better. Armenian. This is so much thick, This is so much, I think 6 is good. Yeah, much better. I'm Armenian. I'm Armenian, a little bit down. It's real, think, Yeah, this is better. Armenian, born in Iran, and Iran is in Iran, right? All of us know. When I born in Iran, and as you know, I can go through the picture of mine. I mean, here it is. I you know, here it is. This is when I was in before the first. I mean, before the first grade. I mean, what you call before elementary school class. No, no, this is the first grade. You know, this is me there. I mean, and then second, and you know, because I said I born, I have my picture here. I mean, these are the picture from Armenia, and I just record them. Here it is. Here I am. I got baptized in Armenian church, and this is me when I was small, and you know, this is me when I was born. This is my mom. This is my dad, and then I went through. I'll go through it. So I showed you. This is I born in Iran, Tehran. This is my dad. This is my mom, and so we go through it. I showed you where I born, and we go through the pictures again. But I want to go through it because I'm gonna talk about I born here. Then after I born, first, second, third, four, five. If you want me to explain what I did, because you need to have a good brain to remember what happened here. Actually, preschool, I went to preschool. My grandfather took me to some, you know, brotherhood Christian, you know, kind of thing, brotherhood Christian, brotherhood Christian preschool. And I think Nachagartaran, we say Nachagartaran means before first class. Yeah, yeah. So the picture that I showed you was when I was before. This the church was in 5 years old. Then I was Nachagartaran at 6. Then I was first, second, third, 4, 5. This is middle elementary school. Then I was in junior high school, then high school. Then in high school, I had my family problems started at 18 years old, so I just got a kind of, I mean, I passed by -C. This is very bad in a major of math and physics. I mean, I was always good student. Here I was B plus, and here I was almost A student, and A, B, and it should be happen C here, but because of family situation, I've got C minus. Then I was trying to migrate to United States, but you know, there was a lot of things that didn't happen, and then I went to, you know, right now I need to go here. Oh, sorry. I need to close this one, and here I am. I need to show you then, because, you know, I was trying to, because in Iran there is some tests to go to university. It's kind of a very hard to get in, and I didn't, you know, for a while, for a couple of years, I was depressed. So I went to, what kind of school that I need to show you? I went to, are you kidding me? That's computer programming. It should be here. Okay, got it. Oh yeah, see what we have here? All of them are here. Oh my goodness, check this out. Yeah, because this is land surveying, I went to land surveying, then I went to installation, then I went to, okay, installation, first installation, installation goes here, then I went to step by step. So when I'm talking about installation, I need to go here. It is important you to watch how I did it. You need to see, yeah, because when you turn on the this is going to happen here, then I will turn on the camera. Okay. As you see, my handwritings is just so clear. I was doing some drawings, but in general, this is kind of, when you talk about Armenian, when you talk about, the evidence of, when you go to installation, you need to, this is a saw, you have an angle, and you want to saw, depend on the material, those are the saw's edges. So it's on Persian, and you have different type of saws that, I draw them. So I went to the class. This is just kind of, you want to scrub, like the Illuminati in a, scrub, like a Hegelian dialect, the way that you scrubbed and shape the political shapes. But these are the classes that I went, different, scrubbing and, kind of drills, and I can go for, whatever formulas for the type of a drill, and, all goes on making, bolts and, shaping irons and pipe. And these were the evidence that, I showed you. So I'm going to go back to the thing, turn this off, okay, back, turn off. So as you saw, this was the year that this was the first, education that I got. Then after the first education, that it was installation, I start to work. But then my father passed away. When my father passed away, at the, here it is. It's great to, when my father passed away, here, I mean, it was so kind of hard that here my father passed away. Passed away. So when my father passed away, for a while I was just, again, I decided to go somewhere. I honestly, because I remember with the years, I'm gonna go, my father passed away and it's so hard. But then, I went to my uncle's, my uncle's has Joe Crusher. Joe Crusher is just big, kind of iron things that, the rock goes inside and this flips. And it has, some jaws that goes, this flips and moves some jaws, and the big rocks goes inside and the small rock comes out. My auntie's husband was doing this in Iran, and yeah, as you see, before this time, our father business, I'll go because it relates to data center and precision air conditioning of data centers, that we were the representative of it in Iran, that I will just go through because it's relevant to my invention. Because you need to see all the patterns that I traveled. I experienced this Joe Crusher. Then I had some problem here, with, whatever happened. I came out of the, company. I came out of my, my auntie's husband company. And then I went to land surveying kind of field, major. And for land surveying, again, I need to go through the books that I have. Again, we go back here. And then we go here, and then we're gonna turn on the, turn on this one, and I need to show you what I did in land surveying, because you go here, you have loan screen, and then again it's on, and again I'm gonna turn on the phone camera. Okay, you see me here, but we're gonna go through this land survey. As you see the land surveying, because it's amazing. This is a place that my father didn't pass away in Asaliye. It's like a place my father passed away here because he had a project, and we worked with Saze, one of the biggest Persian Iran's infrastructure built, the gas petroleum. Of course, why Illuminati destroyed the Shah? Because he doesn't America doesn't want these ships. Of course, America wants the ships, brings the oil to America, and Iran should not build these things. Yeah, this is my notebook. And as you see, these are the dates that I went to the class and I learned land survey. I love land survey because I went to university. It was in a university, I was active student. But again, as you see, in Iran has you have some radical kind of people that doesn't let you to, be involved. I mean, here it is in a YouTube. I'm explaining all these things, and here it is. The triangle is in land surveying is very important, and of course triangle and man, trilaterals you have in I'm just I'm not into politics, but why should I not talk to? But these are the land surveying, the reflector, and the way you just the technique that you start to do land surveying with the rope and with the screens, and then you have these stations and how you approach to an elevation, and goes on, and how you're gonna land survey. Yeah, how do you need to do land survey? How do you cross it? How to draw? How to measure? How to get the area and everything? And it's so amazing, major, and I loved it. And I worked for 3 years, and this is a leveling the mechanism of land surveying. So I show you this, and then again we go here to turn this off. I'll turn it off because I don't want to occupy the brain of my. So I showed you this. So as you see, again we go back to my introduction that I'm introducing myself, and again back to here. Yeah, so I went to university. Maybe I should go here with the with this type of pen. Let's go. I went to university, so I showed you the land surveying. Yeah, I went to university. University for land surveying. But then again, for some, it was just university environment was that I didn't attach to the university. So in almost, I didn't, it was useful. It was not bad. But then in 2006, 2000, I need to just, because in 2006, 2007, here I went to a class called, مجتمع فنی عمران. I'm going to write it Persian. مجتمع فنی عمران. It says technical civil institution of مجتمع فنی عمران. I went there and I saw you saw the notes, and I learned the land surveying, and I was almost active land surveyor till 2000, 2008. I mean, I started beginning of 27, 28, I was in land surveying. And then, I was, I did my job. You imagine, I mean, couple of years you go to university and you learn something, then you go to some class, then you do you go involved with some projects. But then the thing here at 28, so you already seen all these things, right? So I can clear them. Oh, not the ruler. So here we go, and I need to go with the black. Okay, not white, the black. So at 28, 29, 30, At 28, almost I got out of land surveying. Then after land surveying finished, I started to, because, you know, my father, almost after revolution, Iran revolution, my father worked at Risco. Before Risco, my father worked as American Society. When you hear a society, so believe me, my father comes from, because if you see this Iran, I mean, the map of Iran is just like this. You have this, the Caspian Sea. I mean, Caspian Sea is here, but you have this Persian Gulf. That, of course, it's a war that is Persian, or it is Persian or belongs to Arabs. Here you have Arabs, you have Persians, then you have Israel here. It's far because you have Iraq here, then you have Syria here. So my dad worked in American Society, but he used to work in South before. My father came from here. This is, my originality here is just so important. Why? Because here is Armenia. Of course, Armenia was big, like from Black Sea to Caspian Sea to this one. But after the, World War One, Armenia becomes so small, but close to Iran. Close to Iran, here is the way that I born. I didn't, my dad born. My dad born there, and he was trying to get to Germany, wasn't not able. But then he started to work air conditioning. Then he worked in American Society. Then he got late. He was in American Society. Then he got out and he had his own company. Tehran Dama means Tehran temperature. So let me check the time, because it is gonna maybe, okay, 22, maybe I have more 20 minutes. So he got the Tehran Dama, then he got Tehran Dama, but then the Tehran Dama was a little bit between the revolution and American Society. And then after revolution, because all the company Risco left, and who took the job? My dad took the job. What was the job? It was the Libert company's representative. My dad was almost Libert company representative in Iran. But in some way, when you just, I'm living in America, right? In some way, directly or indirectly, you are involved in these societies and you learn their cultures. But of course, when because my father was born here and he migrated to Tehran here, and he just learned to do things, and he had some skill, he has some friends, the way that society at those eras was kind of treating you, so you got shaped by that. So so at 28, when I was in land surveying, but how I'm getting to the point, because almost at 18 I left the high school. The job was there, we have this Tehran Dama, but we have some problem with Tehran Dama, that my cousin had Mohaseb Tahviye, then Mohaseb Tahviye, then this Tehran Dama separated to just Mohaseb Tahviye. There was another one, because the Libert had another ETPAC. EdPac. There was another version of exposition in EdPac that creates, Liebert, EdPac, Liebert, EdPac, both representative of these two. Then you have Moacir Tahabia, maybe from Liebert, then EdPac from another company. Another company was based on EdPac. So Moacir Tahabia, first it was Tehran Dama. Tehran Dama was the representative of Liebert and EdPac. EdPac went to another company, and then Liebert was changed to Moacir Tahabia. And God knows from here how many companies are getting lines. And this is the history of precision air conditioning in Iran. That my father was kind of, based on relation in school and American society, get involved. But then my brother, of course, after the Moacir Tahabia, my cousin took the job. There is another part that my brother took a job, from 18 to almost, as you see, till this end of 28. I was in the sky. I was doing land surveying. I was a little bit in this, I was doing a couple of jobs. But along the way, you have no idea. I was, from even the zero to all the way to this point that I am 36. Do you see how I'm going to direct all these things to the point that I want to direct? Because when I'm in Uber or some people want to talk to me, there is a lot of things to explain. But I will at the end, I will connect all this process that I went through. And I'm not going to tell, because you already seen when my 21, my dad passed away, was 9/11. Before 9/11 was just, I can go because I live here. These are very important, very, very critical, because Iraq was where the Garden of Babel, after the humanity, everything starts from this. You have Armenia here, you have Persian here, you have Syria here, you have Iraq here, you have Israel here, you have these Arab worlds here. It's just the most important place, the center of earth. And I'm just from there, and I'm just giving you all original 100% information. I don't belong to American society. I don't belong to anything. My dad was involved, and he was a technician. He was not into any politics. Even if you sum some paper, if you belong to this group, or you just, you are, of course, when you become member like Freemasons and everything, my father was not a member, hardcore member, that, they're going to give you the Freemasonry hardline job. No, air conditioning, of course, that's not why. Liebert and EdPac, it was from America. America gives this job to Armenian. Who in Persia, Hoveyda was Freemason. Hoveyda gives the Ararat Club. And you tell me that when he was Freemason and he gives us the Ararat Club, and my father had this Liebert job, an EdPac job, you tell me that my family is not involved in Freemasonry and all these secret societies and everything. They are involved because right now it's a little bit shady and unstable, but you're going to learn with the symbols that I'm going to show. Here, dude, I went to Armenia. We're going to review again all the pictures, this is when I was, kid. Oh my gosh, how sweet I am. I went to Shia, south of Iran. So beautiful, so gorgeous. And I have some point. You see how cute I am, and I'm growing. What is this? What is this in Armenia? This is a place that we were preaching the sun. Da-da. And this is a place that it's creep. Creep to the core, because I need to go back. If I show you, this is don't you see this one? Dude, this is a pyramid. This is creep that they put the cross on pyramid. They are happy. My people were the first Jesuit Christians. We were the first Jesuit Christians. You wanted me to prove it for you? Check this picture in HMIAT. This is a Nazi flash. This is a Nazi kind of mentality. I mean, we are the country who become the first Jesuits. And I will go through it. So you are listening to me. I'm not a member of any secret society, any person. I'm living like free. I'm explaining to you how I'm getting to this point. And as you see, I will just go connect all the dots together at the end. So again, I'm gonna go back because you already heard these, so I need to clean these. Then, so you hear it because I'm gonna go through some summary. But you need to just go memorize all. I'm gonna ask questions. So I was born 1 to 30, right? So at 21 was 9/11. Almost, you know. Then you have, I'm not going to go back how I got affected my mind, but when I got 9/11, I studied 300, Committee of 300. I study a lot of books. I study Iran politics. I study, you know, different type of philosophies. You know, you have philosophy means, it depends on era, you have philosophy, right? Right now, I am shaping your mind with, you know, whatever you see is not whatever you get. Whatever you see is not whatever you get. Over materialism, beyond materialism. Beyond materialism. You know, I cannot go. This is my philosophy. Of course, when I have this system engine that I already created, I am the inventor of system engine. You know, I can talk a lot about it. This is too much thing, but I go through it. It's tough because I have a lot of things to demonstrate here. I make them ready here. System engine. So this system engine that I created, of course, politically, then I create the philosophy of it. Before it's postmodernism, then you have modernism, then you have revolution, industrial revolution, then almost you have Renaissance, then you have Renaissance, industrial revolution, modernism, postmodernism, and beyond materialism. You know, something beyond materialism that is gonna that has this system engine knowledge through it, that I will go through it. So I told you that this is when I migrated to America, but before that, when I was in 28, again, my brother let me to go into the business. So I work in Iran insurance. You know, when I'm talking about insurance, this is the biggest insurance company in Iran, but we were not working in Iran insurance. Social security, there. Petroleum, gas petroleums. I told you, Saze. You know, tons of company. And when it goes Moaseb Tahviyeh, that my cousin took the job, who was having the contract with the military departments, you know, nuclear departments, all the Moaseb Tahviyeh machines. You know, it's a country. So the other thing, you think that Iran, you think Iran nuclear, project was not with Illuminati? It's 100%. Professor Khan, he was working with CIA. He was CIA agent. You think the knowledge, of course, I mean, they left some Armenians, us, to run some business, but then who injects to this military things, nuclear knowledge to Iran? CIA agent Professor Khan. Who was Professor Khan? He was a Pakistani professor. He works for CIA. So, you know what is my point? The point is all these things are established. It was programmed. So maybe I need to cut this video and upload it. So here here stop. Here was enough material. Put comments, ask questions, because I want to go through the rest. So we're gonna follow, you know, the rest, and then I need myself to have a little bit rest, and I'm gonna upload this, and then we're gonna start the next chapter of USA Math Hardcore Illuminati Study.